morning and welcome to the fourth day of Fjällräven Polar 2017. Yesterday, arriving at the camp, we had such a beautiful evening and the participants were making camp for the first time.
One of the things that we're learning is how to be as self-sufficient as possible. Now obviously we're being very supported. On our first day we're being given lots of advice and help, but essentially, it's us that's got to make sure that the dogs get off the sled and onto the lines, that they're fed, that they're looked after, and that's the number one priority. Then we put up our tents, we melt the snow for boiling water, we cook our own dinner. So for me, it's wonderful, really, because as I say, I'm getting the kind of full all-round experience of how to really survive in conditions like this.
It wasn't yellow.
Okay, so it should be good. Now it's a new day and new conditions, and this will definitely make it a little bit challenging.
Now it's snowing, so I'm really happy about this because we are getting all different types of weather, so we can see how is it now, what we have to do, what we have to do different like yesterday, maybe for the closing, so I like it.
We have a few days and we get some variations, and it's fun to experience. So I would love some more wind and some more craziness, just to, test myself and get a feeling how it's like.
Whenever spending time in the outdoors, and especially during winter time, it's very important to dress in the right way in order to keep warm, dry and safe. I met Kalle, our event manager, to speak to him a little bit about this.
They're going to move from total passivity and standing still for long periods of time behind the dogs, and then going into hard work. Every time they move from inactivity to activity, they need to consider if they need to regulate and take off the warm clothes that they're wearing. And maybe work only in their underwear, and then as soon as they go to rest or standing still, they need to put on the warm jackets again.
So I'm standing here now in this super warm jacket. And what can you tell me about it? Why is it so warm?
It's so warm because it can trap and retain the heat that your body produces. And that's thanks to the filling. This jacket is filled with 550 grams of 800 Q in 95.5 ghost down.
Wow, what does that mean?
Well, it's a fantastic specification, isn't it? Yeah, and if we start from the back end, the 95.5 refers to the mixture of down clusters and feathers. And the feathers you need for the down clusters to stay as fluffy as possible and not collapsing. If they collapse like this, they won't be able to keep the heat anymore.
Right, I see. So how about the Q-ins?
Yeah, the Q-in is the measurement of the quality of the down. The higher the number, the better the quality. And Q-in stands for cubic inches. We have two samples here. The weight of these two samples is the same, but they fill out different space. So the 800 Q-in can trap more air. And that is good because then you can have a lighter jacket that is equally warm as a heavier jacket in 600 Q-in.
So, would a goose itself make it through Fjällräven Polar?
That's a good question though, but I would say not if it's from Canada. But we never had a goose actually applying for Polar, so we don't know.
I see. Well, maybe next year.
Yeah.
Let's just take off and off we go now into the middle of nowhere. Well, if it weren't for my teammates in front of me and the dogs in front of me, I wouldn't have known that I'm, standing somewhere on Earth. This is just like a big white room with no walls, and I can't even see the end of the room. Despite that, I've never experienced any weather like this back in my country.
We don't just want sunshine. If we want that, we could go to Mallorca or somewhere else.
After a long day, we have now reached Camp Kaptevåma, and it's truly amazing to see what progress the teams are already making. And tonight, putting up the night camp for the second time, already the tasks are falling into daily routines, and hopefully this will go a little quicker than yesterday, leaving some more time for social activities as well.